OBS can suck it. Alright. So everyone can hear Raven. I am checking my OBS. Raven is audible.
I'm gonna check to see if it's all on my end. If I speak, listening to myself.
Yeah, I can see the microphone levels going up.
On the stream, I can hear myself.
Good.
I'll re-promote it to all those bad boys.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm halfway tempted to just go put my glasses on. Because I can barely see them. My eyeballs are bad. So welcome to trying to schedule a mammogram and then you find out that they don't do it unless you're over 40. Okay, we've got 2 concurrent viewers. That's great. So I actually forgot where we left off in this story.
Are those 2 concurrent viewers not us? Oh, we've got 3 now. Because one of the viewers will be me because I don't know.
Well, yeah, and one of the other viewers is me because I'm wanting to keep an eye on this.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just chatting one thing. Dude, still garbage too. The garbage in. OBS can suck it. Suck what? We will never know. Well, we do know.
The big one.
The big one.
It's a big old floppy dick.
Flip flop. Flip flop. Flippity flop. Flip flop. Flip flop.
I'm probably gonna take that stream from earlier and just like trim the part where I'm getting really frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know one of my friends is at least watching.
Yay.
Greetings to that individual.
Alright, so continuing on. The more he thought about it, okay. As long as Tom remembered, Kyle was almost never busy for him. Excuse me? And practically hung out with him almost every chance he got. Okay, practically can work here, but you ruined it with the almost. The idea of Kyle being too busy for anything outside his dorm room was starting to sound more ridiculous, let alone being too busy for his friends. Yeah, it's almost like a guy who tried to have a sexual roleplay with a 14-year-old boy wrote this.
I love the finger clicking. I feel immersed.
It's not just finger clicking, it's also me popping my knuckles.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like more concerning thoughts began to pop up in Tom's head as he continued washing himself. He's thinking about Kyle an awful lot in the shower. What if something really was keeping Kyle busy? What if he was studying for extra credit? Tom corrected himself as he knew Kyle wasn't exactly the ambitious student. That should be their ship name. Tile.
Have you put this back on Twitter so people know?
No, I haven't.
You should probably do that.
Okay. I'll have to use my phone for that.
Just so we can try and get some of the audience back that we had, all 10 people.
Yeah, it was cool. That's like the biggest stream I ever had.
Mind you, some of your videos have racked up some decent views between. Maybe I was thinking to get my own YouTube channel. To be honest, at this point, the 77 views on the Jeff the Killer stuff, and like 100. I keep saying, I want to get my own channel going, but I might just aim to be that one person on YouTube.
That's just on someone else's channel.
That appears on a load of people's videos, but doesn't actually have a channel. So I'm like half a sut house, to be honest. Just turn up, say some stupid shit, and then appear again occasionally.
Right, okay. Alright, so I put it out. Continuing on. Okay. He corrected himself as he knew Kyle wasn't exactly the ambitious student, so it couldn't possibly be for that reason.
Maybe Kyle had family problems. While it seemed more likely than next to credit, it couldn't be the case, as Kyle never really had a close relationship with his own folks. At least not enough to leave college to help them out.
Okay, well, family problems doesn't always mean that. Like, maybe his parents died.
Dad's dead.
No, he's dead.
Everybody's dead, Dave. Dead, Dave. Everybody's dead. Dead, Dave. Maybe he was seeing someone. A date, perhaps. Maybe he was having a gay furry roleplay with a 14-year-old boy. I don't know what Cal gets up to in this spare time. Tom never bothered to look into Cal's personal life, but he amazed if Cal did find love. Who you got?
Oh, he sounds jealous.
I repeat, which we said tile, yeah.
Yeah.
Things are heating up at the tile fandom. And the tile shipping community. Tile spelt. Oh god, what have I done?
Tyle.
Oh god, what have I done? I put in a mini player. Fuck. Spelt.
Right. Darker thoughts it's like darker thoughts began to appear in Tom's mind the more he thought about it. Did something happen to Kyle?
Is he attending the BDSM fest?
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
No, that couldn't be. No, that couldn't be the case. Are you sure?
If he was found in a ditch somewhere, could have at least hit the news. Still, yeah, the idea that something had happened to Kyle had lingered in Tom's mind. He's cheating on you with a guy named Timothy.
He remembered the letter that came with the disc. As he dried himself off, he began to realize how weird it all was.
I know what happened. He went to summer camp and he got stabbed up by Jeff. Because he was in that girl's cabin.
Oh my god, continuity. Kyle was the camp counselor. That was wildly inappropriate that he was the camp counselor over a group of girls. It was like Kyle had completely lost his mind as he wrote it. That's probably why it said Duck Duck Banana. It's like Duck Duck Orange Juice Robert Downey Jr. At one point.
Sorry, have you seen the have you seen the Death Stranding controller for the PlayStation 4?
No, I actually haven't.
Let me just.
Is it a baby?
I've sent you on Discord.
Because I mean, it's Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Look, just look.
Ah! Oh Jesus!
You have to very quickly just show the stream that.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the baby in the control. Norman Reedus and the PS4 fetus.
No, Reedus and the fucking PS4 fetus.
Norman Reedus and the PlayStation fetus. It's just you just put that up in the middle of the stream for a minute and see if anybody notices. The baby.
Just a second.
Oh damn! I know why people aren't watching our video live stream. The latest episode of AVGN dropped. No, we're watching some good quality. Wait, no, it's AVGN. Nothing he does is good. He reviews is good quality. That and a JonTron video dropped. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it did. It is like, wow.
Just leave that in the corner. This is the controller baby. It has graced us with its presence.
Okay.
Okay.
Send me a super chat
hello.
and I'll take it down. Just kidding, you can't.
Hello, Skittles. Welcome back. Do you like the controller baby? This is the official channel now. Even though I'm pretty sure at this point I'm probably the official mascot of the channel.
I thought I was the mascot of the channel since it's, my channel.
Well, no, you're the main star. I'm the mascot used for the advertising.
Let me just make this baby bigger.
I'm the one that you point
this?
at and you like.
This baby looks very confused.
This baby's like, why am I in a Sonic.EXE fanfiction reading inside of a controller?
Well, I've got about 13 or so years before JC tries to hit on me.
I don't know, like, who knows? We don't know how deep that goes, that age play goes. He's like, Kojima, why am I here?
Kojima, what are you doing?
Kojima, why do I exist?
Why have you forsaken me?
Kojima, my father, why have thou taken me?
Alright, baby's going down.
I just stick him in the corner watching ominously. he is the new channel mascot. Anyway. We're saying, oh yes, he remembered the letter that came with the disc. As he dried himself off, he began to... I mean, you do it. Wait, this is off, the Carl completely lost his mind. Oh wait, you've already read that, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Thomas thought about going around campus and asking anybody if anyone who knew Carl noticed him being strange 3 weeks prior, but he decided against it as he began to consider the possibility of getting no leads out of it. Carl wasn't exactly a Mr. Popular.
Why'd you include this sentence?
Hell, he didn't even gain any notoriety in high school.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, he didn't get the 5 stars in GTA where they had the National Guard to stop you.
Yep. The next day, Tom sat in his dorm room thinking about what could have happened to Kyle. So did he just stop thinking about it for the night, turn in, and wake up in the morning? Oh yeah, my friend's missing.
He touched himself over the premise first. Come on.
Oh god, gross.
However, all the thoughts he had about Kyle's disappearance went to the wayside.
Right. The next day...
Think-
Alright, however, all thoughts about the letter and Kyle's disappearance went by the wayside as Tom heard a knock on the door. Thinking it might have been one of his friends, he walked toward the door and opened it. It wasn't one of his friends. You didn't need to have that sentence. It was a man, an average-sized, somewhat lanky-looking man, somewhere in his late 20s. He had a brown, untidy comb-over In his late 20s? And a 5 o'clock shadow. He wore an open suit jacket and a white shirt and a green necktie. Hands in his pockets.
Constantinus, is you?
I wish. Looking a bit disgruntled. Fuck's sake. It is disgruntled. The man looked at Tom, then spoke. How should this guy speak?
Italian American, like New York, Boston, like.
Thomas Miller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom hesitated and responded.
Most people call me Tom, but yeah.
You don't need to say that. The man then pulled out what Tom could identify as a detective's badge. Detective Derek Green, City Precinct. Are you friends with one Kyle Scott?
Tom froze. His concerns began to resurface. Kyle, yeah, I am.
Dubstep
I am. Yeah.
The detective sighed and bit his lip, as if he was trying to find the right way to say something to Tom. Look,
hello, Shadow White.
Hi, Shadow White. Look,
You got more art.
It's probably best if you come with me. With that, a very confused Tom followed Detective Green down the hall.
Quick, we have to show people what I've designed.
Yes, detectives do have police badges.
Yeah, I assume he's a police message redacted. Yeah, he's City Precinct, so he is police, yeah. But I sent you some art of Mr. Green, so everybody can see.
We can read part of chapter 2 as well.
Oh no. I didn't do his, hold on, I didn't do his 5 o'clock shadow.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
It's not an accurate depiction, Rennie. It's gotta be accurate, or Tom's gonna sue me. Okay. There you go. That's Detective Green. Did you read the How Long Have You Known Tom bit?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Tom. How long have you known Tom? Well, I've always known Tom.
Hold on.
Because I am Tom. Keanu Reeves and the Cyber Thieves.
This year we have Norman Reedus and the like last year we had Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
This year we have Norman Reedus taking a piss.
And this year we had Keanu Reeves and the Cyber Thieves. Here is Detective Derek Green as depicted by Raven.
Don't worry, once we get to the end of the story, I will make a collage of all the characters together. And that will be the final thumbnail. Just like, I don't mean to portray sadness in those pictures, but they look very sad. Except Roger.
Yeah, Roger looks really happy.
Oh, and Carl looked fairly happy as well.
The detective sighed and bit his lip as if he was trying to find the right way to say something to Tom. Look, it's probably best if you come with me. With that, a very confused Tom followed Detective Green down the hall. So how long have you known Kyle, Tom?
Green asked. Since like high school?
Tom replied. Without even looking at Tom, Green then asked, and when was the last time you spoke with him? Tom was growing more worried and confused.
Almost 3 weeks, sir. Listen. What's going on?
Green pulled out a small book and started writing into it as they continued walking down the hall. Oh, is this his diary?
Dear diary, I love you.
Dear diary, this kid had practically been murdered. Oh, so he's okay? Oh, is that what practically means? Oh no!
He does say that, doesn't he? He mentioned somebody being practically murdered in the We have
Alright.
one like already. We're going strong, fellas.
We had a. Sorry. As he did so, he continued to speak to Tom. We had a call not too long ago today about an unsanitary odor coming from the. Going on at dorm room 231. Kyle Scott's dorm room. The door was locked from the inside, so somebody had to bust it down just to see what was causing the smell.
And now you're the only one who said he's your friend, right? And he took dead. So I'm thinking there's a coincidence. And so I'm thinking you killed him. Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence? I don't think so, wise guy.
This just in our Call of Cthulhu game, we have somebody playing a detective, and he does that sort of. He plays the very pressing cop where he tries to get somebody to confess stuff they haven't done. It's quite funny.
Yeah. As they went down the stairs, Tom asked, rather reluctantly.
And why do you come to me about it?
Green then spoke a bit more grimly, more hesitantly. Well, you're his best friend, and it's probably better if you see for yourself. No, it's not!
You're his best friend. I heard you're also friends with that Jeff bloke that's been going around killing people. So you're a primary suspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's going to turn out Sonic.EXE is Jeff the Killer. It all makes sense now.
So does that mean in the next chapter that Jeff the Killer should be Scottish?
By the time they reached the corridor that had Carl's door, Tom could see several police officers, a few students, and a few reporters.
Mm-hmm. Right. Tom, okay, so you wouldn't take him there. Also, why not contact his closest kin, like his parents, a sister, or brother, or something like that?
No. Here's the thing though. In a real murder case, they would never take anybody to see the body on the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
What you would be asked to confirm the body after an autopsy has been performed and the body has been cleaned.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
That's how they do it. Like you see it on a lot of TV shows. And yes, they may ask you questions and say a few things, but they would never take you to where the body was. In fact, reporters aren't even usually see the body until it's been cleaned up. They will put it in a body bag as soon as possible, gather up as much evidence, get it out there as soon as possible, take it to a lab, do an autopsy. Yeah, exactly. They take it. They take it to the lab. They do an autopsy. They clean up the body, and then they say. Then they call in people, friends, family, and go, "Can you confirm a body?" Like, they'll take you in and they'll go, "Is this Kyle Scott?" And then you'll either go, "No, that's Dave," to which everybody goes, "Okay," or you go,
Wait,
"Yeah,
who's
that's
Dave?
Kyle." Who's Dave?
Oh, fuck, I murdered myself. And plus, usually if you have someone come in to identify a body, it's usually their closest, like their next of kin.
Yeah.
Like their parents, if they're children, or like a spouse.
Or brother.
Brother, sister.
Potentially friend or roommate, depending on who's close, because if it, live at the other side of the country.
Yeah.
And as I say, they would never do it on the scene. They'd ask you to confirm it.
They would do it when they brought them into the station or into the morgue.
Yeah, and that would be after an autopsy is done to determine cause of death, and that would be after they cleaned up the body, because you got a body covered in blood. Somebody could say, "Oh, that's such and such," but they may be mistaken.
Plus, you can also identify a person through their dental records. And given by the description of how Kyle looks, that wouldn't be too hard, now would it?
Yeah, but just as a general thing, even if they do that, like they do get somebody in to confirm a body just from because. Yeah, you got dental records and DNA and all that, but they usually do get somebody in.
Yeah, you could also check the wallet, but a wallet could be planted.
Yeah. As I say, you usually get somebody in to confirm the body, because even though you have all the stuff like dental and medical records, you still want to be, you want to have the personal aspect, and you want to be sure.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Okay. By the
Green said to
time
a
they
couple
reached the corridor that had Kyle's door, just his door, not the rest of the room, Tom could see
Kyle doesn't
several
have...
police officers, students, and a few reporters. "He's with me," Green said to a couple cops.
Whatever.
Couple
I'll let you.
of.
Couple cops. They're the ones that come and solve domestic disputes. We see this as a domestic
headed
dispute.
toward Kyle's door. Sure enough, it was busted open. Inside, Tom saw a very unsettling sight. Like something that should not be shown to a civilian.
Yeah. Kyle's dome was a mess.
Yeah.
It looked like it. It looked like it hadn't been taken care of. Look, I've been taken care of in weeks. It's animal. It's Animal Crossing. There's cockroaches on the wall because you haven't been there in 2 days.
It's Silent Hill 4. No, Silent
God.
Hill 4 was good.
It was dark. Several pieces of furniture had been knocked over. Mold was growing in some areas. The food in the fridge was running terribly. Depends on what the day it is, but whatever. And the overall room had just stank of something awful.
No, it just stank something awful.
Stank something awful. Oh yeah, sorry. My brain is correcting it again like it wasn't my immortal and in the last thing we read.
Yes.
Tom could spot Carl's computer sitting on the desk, open and turned on, the screen, and with the screen cracked.
It's like, on the desk, open, turned off, and with the screen cracked.
Turned off, not turned on, sorry.
Yeah.
We've been talking about people getting turned on too much, it's spreading. A photographer was taking pictures of the whole scene. It would usually be
crime scene photographer, blood spatter analysts doing their job.
Potentially just the person that's come from the morgue.
Yes.
Tends to do a lot of people take pictures. They don't tend to have a designated photographer unless it's a massive crime.
Yeah.
Two other people were managing a gurney that had a body laid on it, a white sheet draped over the body. They probably would have brought a body
I
bag.
wonder what's underneath that.
It's Naomi's parents.
Tom's blood ran cold but okay. When he saw the body on the gurney. Green walked him toward it. No, he wouldn't. Stopping the two men from carrying it away to show Tom. He stared at the covered body, dreading upon dread on who could be under that sheet. Green looked at Tom's face, and with unease within himself, flipped the sheet over and revealed the corpse that stared mindlessly back at Tom. The skin was pale white, eyes wide and foggy, the short blonde hair on his head unkempt, his blood-stained mouth agape, as if the jaw bones had been snapped off.
Oh god, it's that one creepypasta that somebody wrote where it was like Leo gets stabbed, but he comes back as an angry zombie trying to kill Jeff. I forgot what it was called. Yes. Hold on, I want to do this bit.
It's like,
it was Kyle.
So I guess if this was Sonic that killed him, it's like, I'll rupture your esophagus with me massive hedgehog cock.
But on a general note, I very highly doubt Green is the individual who was in charge of this crime investigation. He'll be a detective, but I guarantee he won't be the one in charge. There'll be a proper sergeant there who would have said, "Get that kid out of here." The various medical personnel would go, "Get that kid out of here."
If not, he was like, "Are you Thomas Miller? Did you are you friends with one Kyle Scott?" It's just like, "What happened?" Like, well, we may have some bad news, and they may have we think we may have found him. And Tom is irrationally just pushing past them and running in there, and they're just not wanting to use lethal force on a civilian. And then he just sees them carrying the body bag out while they're holding him back.
Even then, they could have avoided all of this entirely and had the detective saying, "Are you okay to come to the local police station? I need you to confirm something." And them having the body in a clean, sterile environment, like what they would actually do.
Again, I kind of like the idea of him running down there and
Yeah.
trying to push past, but cops are restraining him, but he sees Kyle being carried away in the body bag, like someone being carried out of Kyle's dorm room in a body bag. And that's proper dramatic without, ignoring all the laws.
Somebody in this police department is going to get fired, and I guarantee it's not going to be anybody that's name isn't fucking
Derek Green.
Derek Green. Yeah, like, Derek Green is going to get fired, just saying. We can keep going, to be fair. We could read the second chapter.
Chapter 2.
We could do the second
Shock.
chapter. I've got it.
That was all Tom...
Hold on. Pooh.
Shock. That was all Tom had felt as he sat in the quiet interrogation room. Alone. Numb with shock.
That's not how soft interrogation rooms work. They usually have somebody on hand because psychological damage.
Yeah. And he would have been given, like, a blanket.
He would probably not be sitting. He'd be sitting there with another police officer, sitting there with a psychiatric professional.
As well as being given a blanket for shock.
Yeah, in a nice, comfortable room with probably tea or coffee or some kind of refreshment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a soft interrogation chamber. It's not the table with two chairs in the middle. No, this is like we need to ask you some very personal questions.
Right. As he sat in the silence, his mind tried to reel back and remember what had happened more than an hour ago. A detective named Green had visited him. Yeah, thanks. We didn't just read that.
Damn, I thought his name was Red. And he was also the very best Pokemon trainer that ever was.
I thought it was going to be Christian Grey.
Maybe it's Cole Phelps, LA Police Department. I nearly said Raccoon City Police. It's Leon S. Kennedy, Raccoon City Police Department.
It was my first day on the job. This kid had just been murdered.
It was my first day on the job. Leon, it's Resident Evil 24. You can stop saying it now. We know.
We know. We've all been told.
We have played every Resident Evil. Like, we knew. Look, from 2 onwards, you've been saying it. It's Resident Evil 24. Please stop.
Well, it's more like 4 onwards.
Well, he mentions it in the second game.
Well, it's like it was supposed to be my first day on the job, and you can kind of understand because he was kind of in shock at that point.
Yeah. But like 4, 6, the movie.
Any of the movies?
Any of the movies that have Leon in.
You know what? He never said it in the Paul W.S. Anderson movie.
He probably says it in the Pachenko game.
Okay.
I'm Leon S. Kennedy, and it was my first day on the job.
Okay, Leon.
Welcome to Resident Evil 64.
He's...
Now for the Nintendo 3DS.27.
Okay. He was brought into Kyle's room, which the cops had to break into, and they turned out to be completely derelict for 3 weeks. You don't need to have the word completely there.
It wasn't even derelict though, because derelict would imply that it was abandoned. He was dead.
Yeah, it was in disrepair.
It wasn't disrepair, but it hadn't been derelict because it would have been stripped clean. There probably wouldn't have been a body in there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, sorry, we can't insult Tom. He's got goldfish syndrome. You know, we don't want to be ableist.
Yeah, we don't want to be ableist. That'd be rude. Okay.
But you could still vividly remember the horror of Kyle's face and the jaw hanging uselessly from its sockets, eyes wide, dead and empty. After that, he was brought to the police station by Detective Green, who was promptly fired from his job for negligence. I mean, who had told him to wait in the interrogation room, promising him he wasn't in any kind of trouble.
Tom had been sitting in this dark, quiet room, looking at the polished table ever since.
So he's in a hard interrogation room, which is not something he should be in.
No.
I feel like he watched a couple of... I mean, we know he watched a couple of episodes of CSI or NCIS or whatever from the second one, where it plays out like an episode of CSI Miami.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He still couldn't register what had been in front... what he had seen, what felt like minutes ago. What? That's a terrible sentence. How did he not see the signs? How did he not consider the possibility that his own friend had been dead for 3 weeks? And how did he not call the RA to do a wellness check?
Well, yeah, like, okay, he's disappeared for a week. NCIS, creative writing unit. See it. It just reminds me of that CSI episode where they're trying to figure out what a Chad is. Where it's like this incel had been murdering these women and he kept saying stuff about Chads.
Well,
and they go
women
on
and
assaulting women. And then they go on the quote unquote dark web to find out what Chad is.
No, it's not.
And they go on the dark web to find out what Chad is. You could do a 2-second look on 4chan to find out what a Chad is, or any incel form. Whatever that famous incel form's called, like incels.io or whatever.
Yeah, it used to be incels.me. But
you could watch the Third House video on r/incels to find out. You'd get a laugh out of it as well.
You can even go to like incel tiers where they're making fun of them, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. He believed, probably
but yeah,
hoped
I mean, to be fair,
Kyle...
he had no indication that
he had believed, probably hoped that Kyle was merely busy, that something kept coming up, and he had to cut classes in order to deal with it. But no, Kyle was probably... It's like Kyle was not busy at all. He was dead.
Hold on. He was dead.
He did, boy. Yes, Kyle, my friend. Can I come see it? No, he's dead.
Hi, Kyle, can I come see you? And he just gets a response saying, yeah, no, I'm busy being dead right now. Can we reschedule it to next week?
Not Death picked up his phone and texted it. No, he's dead.
But it's the Grim Adventures of Billy and Bandy, so he's got a Jamaican accent.
Yeah. Again, I keep thinking of the other one. Tom snapped out of his increasing depression as he saw the door open. Oh, suddenly I'm happy. Finally, people! Detective Green walked into the room, carrying a cup of coffee. Following behind him was a dark-haired woman that looked younger than Green, wearing a hot pink vest over her white buttoned shirt and dark blue jeans. That's a fashion disaster.
The Detective Green senpai brought me coffee. Thank you.
And you brought me a lady.
You brought me a lady, Detective Green senpai. I love you. Because we all know he's also a fucking weeb based on that one story he wrote.
Yes. We need to get to read that one sometime. Right. Detective Green, okay. Green gave the coffee to Tom. Yeah, you look like you needed a pick-me-up. As Tom took the cup and sipped it.
Need some coffee. I brought you some coffee. Anybody want coffee? I made some fresh coffee.
As Tom took the cup and sipped it, he and the woman sat down with him.
So have you seen that video of the man standing at the shop shouting, I just made a fresh batch of coffee. Who wants any? No. Anybody want coffee? I just made a fresh batch of coffee.
Okay.
It was a latte.
It was chai latte. It was like milk tea.
To be honest, it's probably not the best idea to give somebody who's just died something that's incredibly filled with caffeine and doesn't calm you down. Tea would be a good idea.
Chamomile, perhaps.
A lemon, just any of the detox teas.
Or decaffeinated.
Or decaffeinated, yeah. Which most non-black teas are.
Mm-hmm. He and the woman sat down with him. Green across from him and the woman beside him. There are 2 men in this situation. You have to clarify.
It's okay. We're gonna see some Eiffel Tower.
Oh God. All right.
Given what he's about to say, that's just been made even worse in my head.
It's like, all right, introductions. Tom, this is my sister, Sarah. Why? Why did you have to pick that name?
I have a friend named Sarah.
You have more than one friend named Sarah.
You don't know which Sarah I was talking about, though.
I know, I was just saying as generally you have more than one friend named Sarah.
That is true.
And those who came
It's
from
okay,
Cirrus's channel already know that's my name. Why'd you have to implicate me in your bullshit?
Well, it's like that, the My Immortal thing, Raven.
I know.
You had to expose me like that, and Obi-Wan could be. I thought we were.
Well, she didn't use your real name. I'm not about to say
actually
it.
forgot. Who actually was?
Raven was her friend.
No. Who was the actual person who wrote it? What were they called?
Tara.
Tara. That was it. Why did you have to out me like this, Tara?
I don't know. He paused as Tom shook the woman's hand. She's part of the investigation I'm working on. How should Sarah speak?
Just do your voice.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you, Tom. Sarah Green said. Then with a tone of warm concern, she asked, "Are you feeling okay?"
Tom couldn't respond. His face had heated up as he looked. He felt his face heat up as he looked at his cup of coffee. This was the first time ever since he moved out from his mother that a woman had ever spoken to him that wasn't one of his teachers.
And Saki said that Sarah should sigh and cuss a lot.
There we go. We got Sarah going.
Fuck. Like, Tom could. Okay. I'm sorry about what happened to your friend, Tom. Sarah gave her condolences, putting a hand on Tom's shoulder. We both are, honestly, Derek responded. Now listen, Tom. The reason you're here isn't because you're in trouble. We don't suspect you had anything to do with what's happened to Kyle, so you don't gotta worry. It fits with this accent. We do, however, require your help.
He sounds like the Dom from the Robot Mafia from Futurama.
I've never watched Futurama, so I wouldn't know. And let's see.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
See?
Thanks for that.
There's the art. It's the art of Sarah. Hit me! Oh, my other. So just a friend of my other friend whose name's Sarah just messaged me saying "it me," and I completely forgot they're not watching the stream.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. There's the art of Sarah. Everybody. I'll do a bit of reading while you.
1 second. Fuck. Yeah, alright, go ahead.
Hold on.
Never mind, I found it.
Okay. My help? Tom said quietly and shaking, not taking his eyes off the cup. He felt just starting to spill out. My friend's dead. He's fucking dead. And his eyes were welling up. His voice was breaking. I had no idea I couldn't do anything to help him. I should have read the signs the minute he stopped responding to my calls. I should have been there. I should have fucking done something. He wiped his eyes, sniffling. Sarah handed him a box of tissues. She took a couple from. Sorry, I've just actually looked at it in the stream.
Yeah. Now, Tom, this isn't your fault. Derek tried to assure him. Well, there wasn't really much of anything you or anyone else could have done. You're not at fault here.
She's not an amputee, Socky. She's got a really long neck, and I didn't put the body in.
I promise you, if anyone should be guilty of this, it's whoever killed your friend. They are guilty. If anyone should feel guilty about this.
But you see here, Tom, we're not actually sure if he is guilty.
We're not
Because
sure
I'm a
because
fucking idiot.
I think there's a spoon in my brain.
I am a spoon, Tom. For a giraffe, yes. Thank you. Don't neck shame. We don't neck shame here on the Renita channel. Fan fiction reading channel.
I was gonna call it Sarah Obscura after this.
Sarah Obscura, yeah. We don't object on the Sarah Obscura
References
channel.
to Fatal Frame.
A wonderful game. Anyways,
Alright.
Tom asked quietly, "Who'd want to kill Carl? I mean, I know he was a bit of a reckless prick, and even poked fun at him for it, but
I
it's
even
not like
poked fun
anyone
at him, and there was not even for it.
not even. I poked fun at him.
Poked fun at it with him. What?
I poked fun at it with him, but it was never. He was never one to make enemies. I'm just trying to remember what voice did I give Harry Potter back in the. I kind of want to give him my Harry Potter voice.
Alright.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
I'm a what?
I'm a what? I'm a what? You remember? Because remember, Harry Potter and Mike was a bottom bitch, literally.
He's never one to make enemies. Derek and Sarah exchanged looks, and then Sarah turned to look at Tom and informed him, "We have evidence to believe that Kyle's death wasn't just some random murder."
Tom
Is
looked at her.
this really the time to be telling him?
Oh, by the way, your mate was killed in a serial case we've been tracking down for 60 years. At first, we thought it was Ted Bundy. It's always Ted Bundy.
Always.
Always. Jeff the Killer, Ted Bundy.
Oh no.
Tom looked at her. What?
It was what?
It was what? It was a wizard. His name was Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
This is Harry Hagrid, you fat oaf! I'm not a fucking wizard!
You're a wizard, Harry. Now polish the knob on the end of his staff. Oh, God. Fucking wrong. Oh, you should have been here for the Maya Motor fan fiction. I had a breakdown halfway through. That's how bad it was. It was great. Dobby was scared. Dobby's scared.
Derek then pulled out a folder from his coat and handed it to Tom.
So
Why?
I just like... Objection!
Why are you showing it to this kid?
Hey kids, you know how you're traumatized? Let me traumatize you. What?
Oh boy.
It's I handed it to Tom. He quickly took it and opened it to look at its contents as Derek spoke.
Over the last couple of months, numerous bizarre deaths have been happening. Not just in this city, but in neighboring communities as well. They all have been the same thing. Homes left unattended, computers broken in some way, and the bodies. Why are you telling him this? Tom felt his insides turn.
They're all over New York and Boston.
It's like in Boston.
Boston. In New York. In Massachusetts.
Tom felt all of his insides. Tom felt his insides turn as he saw the photos, all of them the same way as Kyle. Pale, eyes wide in horror, jaws snapped off, and blood staining the inside of their mouths.
Sarah then spoke up. Am I going to get fired for this? You know this.
Yeah, hey Derek, I think we need to put in applications at other places because I think we're about to be fired. We checked the autopsies and they all said the same thing. The esophagus and the inside of the chest were completely ruptured.
With my massive hell prickly dick!
With my massive hedgehog cloak!
Broken computers, messed up bodies, that's Facebook all over again.
Like something large forced its way down the victim's throats. Hey, JC.
Cock.
There you go. You're done. Tom shook a bit, unsettled at the sight of so many people being killed in such a gruesome manner.
Who would do this? Who could do this?
We don't know, Derek replied.
Derek replied.
Which is why we need your help. We need you to tell us if Kyle said anything before his 3-week absence.
I don't...
Yeah, probably.
I've known him for years. He's many things to me, man. Like that one time we were at summer camp, and he said to me, oh, Jeff Kid's a bit queer, isn't he? Have you seen him going about with that pink sparkly night? Mind you, I haven't seen Mallory in a while. I wonder if she's okay. Okay, just quickly. The author has a throating fetish. The author has a foot fetish, an underage kid fetish, a macro fetish, a bad fan art fetish, a growing Cthulhu fetish. What other fetishes does Tom have? Vor.
Just let him know Cthulhu is dead and dreaming at this time, and his son is occupied with a girl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if JC was a virgin.
Potentially. He has had underage, not safe for work role plays with kids. But don't worry, we will take the sun and we will take the moon. We'll take everything that seems like fun and throw it out for this fan fiction. We could do this. It was Tom stopped himself and tried to think, did Cal say anything before he disappeared? He sat there trying to remember. Then it had hit him. Like a wrecking ball. Last time Tom saw Cal 3 weeks prior was at a weekend party with him and his friends. He'd asked Cal if he wanted to watch a movie with him in the store room, but Cal declined, said he wanted to try this new video game that he bought online. I remember asking him if he wanted to see a movie after the party. We were going to watch the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. That doesn't say that.
Fuck.
But he said no, and then he wanted to try some kind of new game he'd got on offer. He got an offer eBay. He got an offer eBay or something. But that was it, really. After that, I hadn't seen him for 3 weeks.
A new game? Sarah asked. What kind of game?
Just quick props to JC that he doesn't use the word he said, she said, Jeff said, Naomi said, Josiah. You know,
at least he varied up his sentences.
Yeah, and the Arthotep is fun. He is the crawling chaos. He will touch your face in 16 different manners.
Who?
The Arthotep, the crawling chaos.
I'll look it up.
The Arthotep, the crawling chaos. Also known as the Black Pharaoh, and I believe the Red Tongue. I believe that's what the cultists in Kenya refer to. The Arthotep, yeah. The Arthotep, the crawling chaos, the Black Pharaoh of the night. Ever-changing.
I'll have a look at him later because I need to get off this topic.
Because it's a spooky bastard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I just call him Bob.
I'm curious what you've... Curious what you saw now. I'm curious what in the Arth spooked you.
No, it's just like standard, like Wikipedia pictures.
I don't know. Tom answered. He never said it. I just said okay when he told me, and that was literally the last time I saw him.
He sipped his coffee.
That's the coffee sipping.
Sorry, he sipped his coffee some more. Well, it's unlikely that a video game could have killed Kyle. Derek shrugged, straightening his coat. Anyway, you can go now, Tom. You look like you need some rest and some therapy. As he, Sarah, and Tom got out of... For fuck's sake.
Out of. Good God. Out of, not outer.
I'm actually doing live editing. Out of their chairs. Derek handed Tom a piece of paper. Thank you for your help. Here's my number. If anything happens, call me, alright? Tom took the paper with a nod.
Yes, sir.
As his hand touched the door, he stopped, then looked at Derek.
Detective Green, senpai. Not just me. I mean, Detective Green. What do you make of this?
What do I make of this? Derek parroted back. Well, I gotta say, I say what happened to your friend and all those people is a horrid thing that should never happen to any human being, even if any of them are criminals. Derek looked at his sister, who looked back at him, and then looked at Tom, who was looking at both of them. Way I see it, whoever is doing this is pretty much a fucking psychopath.
It had been weeks after Cal's body had been discovered by police. The college was rather shaken up by the news, and the day after they found the body, the staff gave grievances announcements to the students, and within time, rumors were spreading
General
like
Kenobi!
Hello there, General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Give the grievous announcement. Yeah, this they went on the tower, and one teacher said hello there, and the other one, General Kenobi.
I heard he killed himself. One dark-haired girl said.
Yeah, well, he was murdered.
Came the exclaim of a red-haired boy. A glasses-wearing lad worryingly questioned, "Do you think the killer's still out there?"
Why they found this body? Although they found body a complete mangled mess.
A jock proclaimed with excitement. Yeah, that's a jock.
'Cause meat's back on the menu, boy.
Tom sat miserably in the cafeteria with his friends. Roger, Mike, and Mike's girlfriend, Vicky. Oh, great, we gotta find a voice for this person. Just looking at his food while his friends chattered on. Who was voicing Roger again?
You were voicing Roger because I was doing Mike. Because Mike was Irish.
Hey, Roger spoke, putting a hand on Tom's shoulder. You alright, man?
I'm just trying to get a caravan for me, man. I've got to say that every time I do that. Probably dumb of me to ask, but you're upset about what happened to Kyle. I'm still trying to get a caravan for me, ma, by the way.
Mike asked. Tom merely nodded.
Oh god, I'm Tom as well, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah, I see. Wait.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I say we all are. Roger replied. Alright.
What kind of voice? Chat suggests what voice we give Vicky while drinking.
I think Vicky should be the one that's addicted to opium.
Oh yes, we need that to be one of the we need we do have to reference that, don't we? Hold on, then I'll do the voice. Oh god, can I go make a drink first? Because I'm thirsty.
Okay.
And my throat feels a bit
girl
weird.
Voice, apparently.
Where is my opium boy?
Like... What do you think happened to him? Vicky asked. Who knows? One thing's certain. Whoever killed him still hasn't been caught. Mike said dismissively.
What?
What?
Valid girl voice. We could do a valid voice.
I did. I was like...
Oh, did you?
Okay. You do it, then.
No, you can do the... No, if you want to do it, you do it. If
you've
already
done voices at this point.
Yes, but I'm also getting to voice the star of the show. Big Man. Sonic. I am going to be doing other voices.
What do you think happened to him?
Who knows? One thing's for certain. I'm still trying to get a caravan for me, man. Whoever killed him still hasn't been caught.
Mike said dismissively. Ugh, you make a creepy jackass. I just wanted to sit here and enjoy
Oh,
my
God.
opium. Come on.
My best friend's Mallory.
I'm Mallory's clone. I mean, twin sister.
Just saying.
We were triplets, so it doesn't really count to the thing that was like, I know who killed me.
Because there was also the preppy girl in
The remake, not the remake, the
My
sequel.
My the sequel, and in My Immortal, wasn't there a preppy girl in My Immortal?
Not really.
No, there wasn't, I suppose.
Oh, right, there was Brittany, but I still voiced Inobi as being a Valley girl.
Yeah, that's true. It's okay, they're all related.
They're
please make like an epic dance remix of these live streams, please. Make an epic dance remix of me saying Dobby scared in the My Immortal reading. Please make a dance remix and send it to me. I'll be your best friend.
Yeah. Vicky groaned, folding her arms in disgust.
Just saying.
Mike muttered. It's like, in any case, Roger spoke up. We're all here for you, Tom. You know we are.
Thanks, guys.
Tom said, smiling a bit. I almost want to do him as like Maximilian Pegasus. Tell you one thing, at least they're finally getting around to cleaning up
boy.
Kyle's room up. Are you sure these are his friends and not bullies? He's like, finish cleaning up all the blood and semen of you, Yugi boy.
Because it'd be funny. I mean, take the clips. Do whatever you want with the clips. I'm giving you permission to use to use the randomness shit I say as funny reaction clips.
Mm-hmm. He also had that clip of so you could suffer, you wretched mortal.
Oh yes, so you could suffer, you wretched boy. Yes. Tom activated Yugi's trap card.
Yeah.
And it's just on the other side. It's a card of Yugi in like a Japanese schoolgirl outfit, looking really like petite and feminine.
Yes.
Because it says trap card.
About time
Roger continued with so much. Vicky responded.
Alana lived next door to Kyle, and she said she couldn't stand the smell that kept coming from his room through the vents. It almost drowned out the smell of my opium.
Do you think they got rid of his stuff? Or do you think I can take it from my Mars caravan?
Mike asked. Either that or give it to his parents. Though I doubt that the computer's gonna be of any use to him. Roger replied. Computer. Tom muttered, the laptop he saw in Carl's room. He gave it to
him as a graduation gift, and for some reason, he felt it wouldn't be right to just let the thing get tossed. So
it would be evidence.
It would be evidence, and you're breaking the law by telling of evidence. I'll be right back, guys.
He ran down the empty halls, hoping the laptop was still in the room. When he reached Kyle's
Somebody
door...
opened the door and went, who the fuck's running down the door?
Mm-hmm.
When
he reached Kyle's door, he saw that it was open, and there were black plastic bags on the side. Inside, he could see the room had been emptied out and cleaned, and that a short, middle-aged woman was wiping the windows.
Excuse me.
He asked, walking in. The woman turned to look at him. Oh, hello, dear! She responded in a kind Midwestern voice. What can I do you for?
This is Mike's ma. He's trying to get the caravan. Ma, is that you? I've nearly got you a caravan. Have you done looting this place of all of its stuff?
Oh, wonderful, son.
Oh god, I've just realised we've made Irish traveller jokes about them being thieves. Oh no.
I'm sorry. It's like, wonderful, son. I just need to finish up cleaning.
I don't have the caravan ready by Tuesday, Ma, which is tomorrow.
Oh, that's great. I'll have to put in my 2 days notice.
Anyway, What can I do? Yeah, this woman doesn't seem like a crime scene cleanup person.
Yeah, she seems like
No,
the dorm mother.
cleaning. She seems like the cleaning lady that came out on my carpets earlier.
I'm just gonna say she's the dorm mother.
She's the grandma of the dorms. She
Yeah.
lives in a cupboard under the stairs, and she comes out with a little cleaning cart whenever anything
She's a
needs.
house elf almost.
Don't be scared.
Nah.
Oh no, not much. It's just
Tom
Tom.
explained.
The guy who lived here was a friend of mine. I gave him this laptop. I was kind of wondering if I could get it back. You know, on his memory and such. Yeah,
Okay, no, Saki, she's not Mexican.
Mexican house. Don't be scared.
Well, I mean, we don't really know much about magic in the United States, so
We know that they have a council for it.
yeah, they
That's
actually
about
do.
it.
They actually have a Congress.
So always congresses for you guys. We've got
Yes, it is.
anyway.
Right. Right, so I'm scrolling up. Tom explained.
The guy who lived here was a friend of mine. I gave him his laptop. I was kind of wondering if I could get it back, to honor his memory and such. Yeah,
That sounds really suspicious. Is that right?
it's because it's got the Tile sex tapes on there. That's
Well,
shit
you're in
name,
luck,
by the way.
dear.
Tile.
I put it over there. She pointed to the bed, which had be, for fuck's sake,
Which had been neatly made, be freshly
Bean.
made.
you stupid shit, freshly made. Sitting on it was Kyle's laptop. You can go on and have it. Though the screen's cracked and I couldn't turn it on.
Tom looked at the laptop and picked it up. Thank you, ma'am. With that, he bid her goodbye. I'd left to put the laptop in his room, and headed back to the cafeteria before lessons continued.
So he is British. I'm sad.
Is he British, or is he just using fancy words?
He's just
to
using
seem
fancy words to be pretentious. I really liked the voice I did for her. I thought it was nice.
And she'll never be relevant ever again.
I might as well just use that as Sarah's voice in the future.
Just the note I clean now, but it's in an Irish accent.
No, I clean now.
Hours after class, Tom had continued to his room to get a look at Cal's laptop.
Tom had returned.
Tom had returned. Sorry. It appeared to be in somewhat decent condition, if not a little dusty. All right. Look at that spatial gap.
That is such a
Between
weird
those-
spatial gap.
It's a double spacing gap. Might be triple spacing, actually. If only the damage it seemed that it was slightly cracked in a couple of places. The cracks were only minor, but Tom wasn't sure if the screen was still functional. Tom looked at the blackness of the cold laptop screen. It had been turned off. He remembered that since the last he saw it in Carol's room, he'd leaned in and pressed the power button, but no response. He didn't just want to assume that it was broken just yet. Grabbing his charger, he plugged it into the laptop and waited. After a few minutes of waiting, the swirl icon appeared on the black screen, that indication on the power button. Tom let out a sigh of relief. It was still fully functional. It just needed a full recharge.
You didn't need to have full in there.
Turning off the cracked screen. I don't think you can do that on most laptops. Or at least, I mean, you might be able to on modern ones. I haven't had. He closed the laptop and then texted his friend, Mike. His friend Mike. Hey Mike, you and Roger still on for later today?
Mike responded.
For sure, man. By the way, did you get the laptop?
Tom replied.
Yeah, it's only cracked and it needs a recharge, but other than that, it seems to be in good condition. Cool, man.
Mike texted in return.
What you gonna do with it? Pawn it off or something? I could do with it from my man's caravan. It's good for a good computer.
It's like, nah, your mom gave me this.
Tom paused for a moment and question started with, nah, it was Cal's laptop. It was Cal's laptop, plus That was the one I gave to him as a gift, so it wouldn't be right. Just get rid of it. You
Yeah.
know, you know, you know, you know, comrade.
Comrade.
Ale or ale? I hear you, man. Anyway, git, get to, get to, got to go. Me and Roger will see you later. It turned a little bit Scottish there.
All right. The weekend came again after that. What does that mean?
I like how there's an implication that the weekend might not come.
Time moved forward in a linear fashion. He didn't stop time using his stand.
No, remember these are the stories that use fluid time. It might have went back a weekend.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, because these stories don't have passages of time. They use fluid time,
And
remember?
usually, like, when you do a flashback, you have it in italics.
It's just... You just said that, I'm just imagining Tom staring at the laptop screen having a Vietnam flashback. Why are we here? Just to suffer.
Every night I feel my arm. My leg.
What are we doing this for?
Right.
The weekend came after that. That Friday night, Tom was alone in his room. Damn, I'm sure he's used to that feeling. On his computer, studying. Yeah, I was watching porn, we got it. While Carl's laptop was busy charging up. It seemed like it was taking a very long time to get full power, and there were times where Tom had to remove the charger plug in order to keep his own fully charged.
Maybe turn down your brightness.
Carl's laptop was at 11% power. To be fair, he could have went down and asked for the charger off the little old Irish.
Yeah.
Not much to do anything with.
I wonder why he didn't take the charger with him. Oh well.
That's alright, I can keep it for when I get my own. You can keep it for when you get your own laptop, ma. You know, for when we get that caravan going.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was chasing this English bloke around the told him if he could beat my dog in a race, then I'd go do that boxing match for him. Just gotta carry on with the snatch.
So it was at 11%. Huh. 3 more percent and it would be old enough to fuck him.
I don't know. This might be in his age range. Come on. Mm-hmm. We don't know if he's as narrow-minded. He might be like Amos G, where he believes that 4-year-olds can consent.
No.
Good God, Amos. You had something brilliant going. You could have spoken at Harvard about the oppressive regime in Singapore. Instead, you turned into a kitty fiddler. As Tom tapped away to study, he began to remember when Kyle died. Damn. You should have been doing that.
Tom was there to see the death and did nothing. Best
he still
friend.
felt a nasty.
That's not a best friend.
There's been a murder. He still
like,
felt a nasty.
Tom, I think there's been a murder.
He still felt a nasty fag of guilt every time he looked back on that day. It's been what, like 2 hours?
It's been like a day.
It's been a day, mate.
A day at most.
And as if even though told her that it wasn't his fault, he still believed he should have at least done something to prevent it. Yeah, you probably should have went down to reception and said, "Look, I haven't seen my mate for a while. He's in this room. Could you go do a housekeeping on him?"
Yeah, you could have gone to see the RA and done a wellness check, like I said last time.
Housekeeping.
I don't know if dorms have housekeeping.
He could have filed a maintenance request for his house.
Again, like I said, you could have talked to the RA, the person who's there in the dorm, or the dorm mom, or the dorm. It's like just anyone in charge of them. It's like, can you do a wellness check? I'm a little worried about him.
Yeah, because I just went down to reception and went, so, like, can you just, like, knock on his door and shout housekeeping and see if he responds?
If not, they have the keys. They can unlock the door.
Yeah, for emergency situations. I told him it was, he remembered seeing all the photos of those bodies all dead in the same way
That
as
he
his
shouldn't have been
friend.
shown.
Soon, he felt the guilt fading into dread as he thought of the culprit responsible for those murders had still been out there and up behind bars. He had given thought about finding and confronting the bastard that took Carl's life away, but ultimately decided to let Green and his sister find the murderer.
Because they
But
were
you know,
detectives, apparently.
it's because Tom's no fun, because Tom's an asshole. The world revolves around Tom. Have you noticed how in almost every bad creepypasta the character's name's fucking Tom?
No.
A job much easier said than done if they still had no leads. However, he could trust Detective Green on this. In our last conversation, Tom was pretty sure that Green was a good cop.
Nah. I'm going
Yeah.
to persist the doubt.
Everybody put X in the chat if you believe that Green is not a good detective. I will start this chain like I did the last one. Mm-hmm. I want you to he'll catch the creep. Tom said to himself, "Quit worrying. Green's gonna catch him." It's a very enthusiastic gunner, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm glad he has confidence.
He tried to redirect his thoughts onto the last time he spoke to Kyle. How Kyle said he'd found some really cool game that he wanted to try out. You can't see me doing air quotes, but you know that's what I'm doing.
Really cool game.
Mm-hmm. Tom had already concluded that the X-marked CD, disc that Kyle had sent him was the very same game he had bought before his disappearance. Though why he sent it to Tom before his death, Tom couldn't well figure out. It's almost like it's forced and contrived storytelling.
You'd almost think that Xenogears has a deeply enriching that drives emotions, and maybe Tom just couldn't handle it.
Yes. The more he thought about it, however, the more he began to wonder, what was so great about this game that Kyle had bought? Was this game really so good that it required Kyle not to attend class for weeks or see his friends? Or, Tom dared to think, not know he was targeted for murder? Tom turned to look at the game disc that still sat on his table. The faint X mark on the plastic of the disc shone by the light of the room. Tom couldn't stop wondering. What was so great about this game? And we're done with Chapter 2.
Tom couldn't stop wondering, what was so great about this game?
All
See
right.
how long Chapter 3 is.
It's very long, actually.
Well, yeah, because I think this is the...
And I do have a place to be in a little while.
Oh, if you've got to go, that's fine. Damn,
Okay.
we were just about to get into the actual, EXE shit, man.
I know. But then my computer had to crap out.
That's true. Oh, yeah, you do have a place to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Two cursed brothers engaged in a blowjob, and oh god.
Okay. Anyways, thank you all for joining us so much.
We apologize for the technical difficulties earlier.
And we'll see you all next time. Probably tomorrow.
Possibly.
Possibly.
We shall see.
Yep. See you then. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra!